Welcome back to another list review. I am back in place of Stevie, who was kindly filling in for me during the last one. We're for a GBHL 90 and an IHL 70. This is the first ever IHL 70. No, we had them before. Is it 80s and 90s we done that before? Correct me?
I think it's the first 90 with the change.
So yeah, that's so it's actually changed. It's a GBHL 90 and our first ever one-day IHL 90.
I knew it was something like that. I was confused. Well, you have no power here, or do you? Is our name? It's run by Callum. Is this your first?
First event, yes.
First foray, yeah. So obviously, as you probably can realise, Callum and Nicky are here, but we also have Mr. Alex Big Cock Kneves, I believe is the title of this event. We have 14 people going. I'm unfortunately not making it, which seems to be the case of a lot of events this year. But it looks like a really fun one. Like, I was looking through the attendees here and like genuinely gutted because everybody here is just like a fun player. So we've got yourself, obviously, Callum, Nicky, Ollie, Mike Wilson, David Murphy, Pete McFetridge, Alex himself, Massage. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, mate. But we're mates. It's all good.
Maciek.
I'm yet to meet him in person as well, and we get along so well. It's so annoying. Glyn, Bunting, Ben, Gareth, and Joseph.
We skipped over Tim. Can't forget Tim.
Oh, Tim. Where is Tim? Oh, Tim is here. Yeah, do you know what? I shouldn't have forgot Tim, but I know why I've forgotten him because I seen his fucking list. Instantly, I was like, I'm glad I'm not going. How could you do? I thought you were cool. I've got a quick event pack here, which we will scroll through. Give it its dues, considering it's nice and lovely. It's £20 a ticket. It's a one-day event. It's on Saturday. It's a 600-point army, obviously fully painted and based. There is a different scoring system, so we're going with major win, minor win sort of system. How do we feel? This was tried at an event recently, wasn't it? Like, was it Stevie's or someone used this recently instead of the Irish scoring system?
Yeah, we started using it a lot on one days, and it just seems to be a fair way of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it.
With four rounds, when you have something like this, you just end up with a more true winner. It's easier to end up with someone who's an outright winner at an event.
Yeah, that's completely fair. The secret objectives in the match play guide will be used. If the player completes their secret objective, they gain 1 TP for that round. Have we actually used secret objectives before in an event from the match play guide? This sounds.
I didn't even know they were in there, and I found them when I was reading the match play guide, and there is actually rules for it, but I don't think I've never played it, and that's why I thought it'd be cool to do.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with you on that. Like, I think that sounds pretty cool, and you get an extra TP for doing them. So that's all good. The rounds are 1 hour 45 minutes. There's 4 games to play. The reason behind it being called You Have No Power Here, was that something to do with how these scenarios are selected?
Yeah, so the secret veto system. Basically, I'll draw all 3 scenarios, and then I'll explain it on the day as well. And then each. Hello?
Yep, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry, I thought I'd gone. And then basically each player writes down their objective in secret, and then after the count of 3, like, everyone will reveal it. If you've picked different ones, you play the third one. If you both pick the same one, that's the one you have to play. So hopefully there might be some like big brain plays, a bit of bluffing, try and get the scenario your opponent doesn't want but you want, etc. So we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
You pick one to veto, is that right?
Yeah, you pick the one to veto. But if you choose if you veto the same one, you have to play that one. So you could, if your opponent, if you think he'll definitely veto one, you could veto the same one, gamble on it, and then that'd be the one you play if that's a good match for you.
Yeah, fair. I quite like that, actually. I'd be interested to see how that works out.
Whether it works or not, we don't know. We'll see. But it was trying to be something a little bit different, and
it's good to try something new, you know. Like, and so does that mean everybody can be playing different scenarios?
But it'll only be one of the 3 that I select, and then it'll be different for each round. So there's 4 rounds, so there could be 4 freezes, a maximum of 12 scenarios we played out of the 24. So the full ones could be played.
That's class. I actually really like that. So yeah.
No, the scenarios rolled from the pools, or it's just 3 random.
Yeah.
No, so just numbered 1 to 24. So number 1 is domination, etc. And it's just whatever the 3 numbers are, they're the ones we're playing.
That's fun because you're less likely to get, if it's from
Yeah.
pools, you'd have ones that's probably obviously one you have to veto, and then if it's random, you could get 2 good ones for you, or it mixes it up a little bit more.
Some people could be playing
I think
some
so.
might not be. So that's it's pretty interesting. Someone could be playing a Kelly scenario, someone could be playing domination. Cool.
And then with the secret objective as well, so you write down your secret objective before the game as well. Obviously, not telling your opponent. So and then at the end of it, you reveal what your objective was. And once you've used it, you're not allowed to use it again in like subsequent rounds. But that's just another way of maybe giving you a bit of power to try and have a little objective that they don't know what you're trying to do, etc.
Yeah. It could make like a complete banter event and just change those up and make up the secret objectives. Be like, I don't know, like drink your opponent's drink without them realizing before the end of the game or something. Steal all their models. Single miniature painting competition, which are very popular these days, is Star Spangled Banner. So it's paint your banner, paint your flag. We want to see lots of flags painted, please. That'll be pretty cool to see because banners are generally quite fun to paint. So hopefully a lot of people actually go in for that. Yeah, and that's pretty much the event pack. So we can move along to the armies. Everybody knows to look at the schedule and stuff. If you don't, well, that's on you. Yeah, so first place, favorite opponent, best painted army, single miniature, wooden spin. That sounds good. Right, so we'll kick off with the Buybuster list. I know that we can click here, we can get a nice little view of it, but I prefer to get our nice pretty share view, so I'm going to go in here and then we're going to have a real nosy at it. So we've got Linden, which I'm a fan of, 599, 32 models, 17 breaks it, quarters 8, that's 4 mic points. Rocks in with Big Gil Gallad, with a Rivendell Warrior with Banner Kingsguard. Then 8 Rivendell Warriors as Kingsguard with shields and elven spears, and then another 9 just basic Kingsguard. Círdan's in there as well with 10 Rivendell Warriors with bows and 2 Rivendell Warriors. That's a nice Buybuster list, I think.
Yeah, well, Nicky did it last time where he didn't just play bottom table; he just played, then removed himself. So it was more of a true
I like that.
you're not just playing.
Yeah.
I think that's because you don't want to if lads demoralised at the bottom, you don't want to just.
100%.
I don't know. I just thought it'd be more fun to just play than remove myself from the rankings at the end.
I find what often happens the other way is like if someone's constantly at the bottom, you're having to jig people around when who's playing the Buybuster, and it doesn't even work properly. But otherwise, someone's playing the Buybuster like fucking 3 times in like a 2-day event or whatever. So it makes no sense. You just end up playing like me with Ents for like fucking 3 games. Otherwise, like somebody else is, it just doesn't really work out as it's meant to. So I'm a big fan of doing that actually, and it's a nice list to run into as well. So. It also means you're like playing properly. Like, I take it. Are you still using the thing where if the Buybuster beats you, it still counts as like a win or whatever? Is that just not a thing anymore?
I think I was just going to play. Yeah, it was just going to be played as in your actual TP. So
It's better.
even if the Buybuster list beats you, if you get a minor and your secret objective, you're still scoring 2 TPs. You're just not automatically getting the 4 for a win.
I think that's better, personally.
It just sort of balances it out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to Buybust the bottom table, you either have to build a meme list or try to play bad. And if you're building a meme list, the person on the bottom table is probably getting like a 30-minute game. So I think it's better just to mix yourself in and everyone gets a proper game.
I agree, to be honest. And as you said, it also means that you're more likely just playing someone different each time, if not maybe at most twice. So moving on to our first proper list, it's Alex Big Dick Knaves, or whatever that was put down as. Big fan of this because obviously I'm a big Halls of Thranduil guy. So this is right up my alley. They're the best elves. They are my favourite elves. 600 on the nose, 31 models, 11 bows, breaks at 16, quarters at 7, and 6 mic points. Big Thran Daddy himself is in there with heavy armour. He's got a Mirkwood Elf Knight, 4 Palace Guard with shields and spears. 4 warriors with shields, 4 with glaives. Glaives are great this edition. 3 with bows and our little Mirkwood ranger in their PJs. And then we've got Leggy with his elven cloak, 3 warriors in there with shield, 3 with glaive, and another 6 rangers. Alex, you may as well talk us through this one. It's your list.
It's just a good list, isn't it? Just something different. It's just a lot of good shooting. You get a lot of good buffs are sort of sticking together, and then a veto system when you can sort of not pick the scenario, but when you don't have to play the pools, you can mitigate the scenarios as best you can, where you have to walk to the center and get rid of the strengths that this army has. So when you're allowed to sit back, there's 3 bows, 9 rangers. You get that's 9 shots, 10 shots, and then Legolas, so you get like 13 shots.
What's your reasoning behind bringing the rangers rather than just elves bows?
Well, they get elven cloak, don't they?
Yeah.
They're just sitting back, really.
Be a little bit.
Yeah, because when you come up against other shooting armies, when you have the elven cloaks, it just works out better. Because if they can't shoot back at you and you're just picking off their numbers, by the time they get up the board to combat, when they run into elves, if you've lost a good few numbers and you're sort of similar number with elves, especially this list where they can get +1 to wound near Thranduil, the list will start to sort of rip armies apart.
Yeah.
That don't have the numbers to keep up with it.
I suppose you only would have got saved 14 points or something, so you would have got one more model.
I did build it with just normal ones, and it was just about one more model.
Yeah, so that's fair. And if they're sitting back and they're not ideally really get into combat, then they're going to be all right in their PJs. Let's be honest. So fair answer. One little elf knight just in there to run away
just for objectives, just in case.
As standard with the Owl Halls of the Balls the Falls.
I didn't see you'd change the name, by the way. Operation Throw Everybody Off the Scent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always a fan of those lists. They are mine. Nicky there's not going to be too much talking really to be done on this one. We all know what it does. We all know it's dirty. We all boo it. They're still cool. They're eagles. 600 points, 6 models, breaks at 4, quarters at 1, 3 might, 3 great eagles, 2 fledgling great eagles. You're bringing this because you're painting too much at the moment, and you've already had success with it because it's a good list.
Yeah. Well, I won a 2-day event with it like 2 weekends ago at 700 points, and it meant that I didn't have to paint anything for this week. I wouldn't have had time between this and the Nearnath or Nordiad coming up in 2 weeks, so I'll see if I can get a double win with the Eagles.
What did you?
They're really. Sorry?
What I was going to say, when it was 700 points, how did you change it to make it up to 700 points?
Oh, it just has an extra eagle.
Yeah, right now.
They fit really well at any points level. You just change the ratio of great eagles and fledglings.
Yeah.
So it's really good fun. Your games are kind of tough because you have to work out how to win objective scenarios with low models, but they're really hard to kill and they're really good at killing things. So it's really good fun
as well. Eagles, aren't they, including fledglings?
3,
Dominant 2 and Dominant 3 and Dominant 4 and Quahir maybe.
Not that good then, really.
Yeah, but
no, you just have to
combat with them. And you're the numbers.
Yeah, you just have to kill things to win objective games and then take the objectives. But I got kind of lucky in the scenarios last weekend and unlucky in my matchups. So we'll see if the luck can continue. They're good fun.
In a veto system as well, if you get scenarios and you can sort of game it to where a scenario comes up where they have to kill Gwahir, because there's a couple where you have to kill a hero and that has to be Gwahir, it just massively swings.
Yeah,
when there's a big D8, fight 8, fucking move 12 model who can just run away.
Yeah. What's the difference in the fledglings? Not sure.
They're just -1 to every stat, basically. They're fight 6, defense 7, minus the courage and intelligence is down 1. So they're still they still kill everything.
Pretty damn good, yeah. Okay.
They can still do all the monsters' actions, so they're just slightly worse.
Fair enough. Could definitely do well.
Hopefully.
David Murphy with Breaking of the Fellowship. Again, another fun list. What do we have in it? 600 points with 8 models, 2 bows, a thrown weapon, breaks at 5, quarters at 2, and of course 19 might. As much as I love these lists, I get lost so easily when I have so much might to use. I'm with Jordan's company, it's just like Jesus Christ. So Aragorn's obviously the leader there. He's got an elven cloak and a bow. He's got Big Balza with a cloak and a shield. We've got Leggy with a cloak, Gimli with a cloak, Frodo with a cloak, sting, and a coat. A coat of mithril at that. Samwise with a cloak, Merry with the cloak, Pippin with the cloak. How do we feel about Breaking of the Fellowship with Murphy? Is he going bants? Is he going hard? What do we think he's going to do?
I think it's actually quite a good list, isn't it? It's had a little bit of success over the other side at the moment. It's really good, but Murph actually texted me this list the second I put the event up. He was like, "I'm going to run this," so he must have been wanting to do it for a while.
He's always the first one to submit a list in my experience. Like I said, it's just he's so quick. It's handy. Like obviously the hobbits aren't much, but like they are what they are. You've got like a bunch of.
Is this the one that you can't break until you kill Frodo, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think.
You can't break.
Yeah.
It's got 19 might and a free might every turn. So like this is a nightmare for my list. Eagles after my Screech has been done, this will eat it. They'll just be heroic combating off one eagle to delete another eagle.
Yes, Boromir are 1-7, aren't they? Leggy gave me 6.
Yeah, and then with the veto system, it's gonna mitigate hopefully the bad scenarios for this. So I think it'll do quite well.
Definitely could do.
Yeah, any killing scenario, this is laughing, isn't it?
It doesn't look to be anyone with like huge numbers and stuff as well. So like 600 points. Yeah, Balls is a machine. Leggy's a machine. Gimli can be pretty potent.
Just a tank.
It can mitigate shooting really well, which is sometimes the problem. And then you can't magic it because they all have fortify spirit. Yeah. So it's even worse then. And Frodo also has his blinding, well, not free anymore. I think it's like a 2+ maybe now, and he gets a blinding light each turn, or it's a 3+.
Yeah.
Is fortify spirit just resistant to magic? Is that just another word for it?
I think it's a little bit better.
Is it?
You get like an extra dice to resist, pretty much, isn't it? You get like like a free will, basically, to resist magic, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but I know it was something along those lines. You're bound to know, Alex. What is it?
Sorry?
Do you know exactly what Fortify Spirit is?
I know it used to be like 2 extra dice instead of 1. Yeah. I think so. I'm not sure if it's still like that anymore. I don't remember what it's like during the new one. It might be a little bit different.
This is normally where we would shout Stevie with a ruler. I was rocking in.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, it could do well. That's what we know, and it is probably the anti-eagle list for the day. On to Magic. Last Alliance. Let's get the pretty view up. So we have 600 points with 32 models, 10 bows, bricks 17, quarters of 8, 7 might. Isildur is in with the ring. 6 warriors of Numenor with shield and spear, 8 with shield, 1 with a longbow. Then Aristor with 5 Rivendell lads with bows and 2 with shield and spear. Then a Rivendell captain with a shield with another 3 Rivendell lads with shield and elven spear, and then 4 with an elf bow. I still do really like the Last Alliance. It used to be like my bogey list. Anytime I played it, I just had a horrible time. Less so now, with like the lack of like Círdan spam and all that sort of shit. But it's a solid list.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Aristor's fun as well.
Does even Rivendell captain is it as his last hero?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a Rivendell captain. Yeah, sure. Like it's not bad. Like obviously it can sit back and shoot because it's got quite a lot of bows, and then it's when you have that many bows and you're sort of forcing someone to come to you if they don't really have as many, and then you have your whirling blades.
Yeah.
To just sit there and then...
It's only got 10.
But it's
600 points, so like...
Yeah, and it's 9 elf bows as well.
is a longbow. Yeah, 9 elf bows and then a longbow.
Yeah.
It's not as good as my 10 elf bows, though, is it? Rerolling fail to hits as well.
I have like a deep hatred now towards Rivendell captains because I think it was you I played, Callum, potentially the first time I ever played you, and I thought it was funny to charge your guys because they all got that twirly blade thing, and you kept rolling sixes and killing my dudes. And I could not kill your Rivendell captain for the fucking life of me. Like it was just impossible to kill him, and he kept like cleaning out my army just really, really slowly. I got his walls as well. Oh sure, it was the whole twirl their blades up, Yankee out. Yeah, it's decent. It comes up against and ring benefits.
Sealer's got the ring, I was going to say, yeah. So, you've got some anti-hero tech there. It's half the fight if you're in single combat, isn't it? That how it works now?
Yeah.
So,
Did he take him on a horse, though? Does the horse not automatically bolt, or is that?
Yeah, if you take him on a horse, it bolts. So at
But he hasn't
600,
taken it, has he?
yeah, at 600, it's probably too low to take the horse because it's 20 points now. At higher points, you can take the horse because, well, you don't need to put the ring on straight away. He's still quite good at killing, even on a horse. And then you've probably swung the points enough where you can take him off the horse, and then it doesn't matter if he bolts if he has the ring on.
I think it's quite
Aristore's surprisingly good as well.
Aristore's great. Like he's cool as shit.
He was better, but he's still not bad. He's still probably the second best option to take if you're building it like this.
Like if you think about like Isildur being on a horse, putting on the ring, the horse just shits itself because there's no one on it anymore, but it can feel them. Like it would still be hilarious that there's like, yes, you know he's there because there's a horse running past people and people are just being deleted the second it walks past, but that would still be a scary fucking sight, you know? Like should just be like easier to see him or something and let him keep it. And the horse gains invisible fucking be a bit mad, but on to Ben with his army of the Great Eye. Let's see what the pretty share shows us. 600 points with 38 models, one of the bigger ones, I suppose. 4 bows, 2 thrown weapons, breaks at 20, quarters at 9, and 8 might points. He's got a big Witch King of Angmar in there. 2-handed weapon. He's got 5 Black Numnorians, 2 Mornannons with shield and spear, 1 with a shield, 6 with spears, Mordor Orc Warrior with banner, and a Mordor Ward Rider with shield and throwing spears. Then the Myth of Sauron, he's got 5 Black Nuns as well, 2 Mornannon Orc Warriors with shield and spear, 1 with a shield, 6 Mordor Orcs with spear, and 1 Mordor Ward Rider with shield and throwing spears. And then Gorbag, big Gorbag mate, with 4 Orc Trackers. He had solid Black Nims are a pain in the fucking hole. Ben loves his Black Nims, like, doesn't he? Or he always did.
He likes his evil soupy lists. There's no access to Fury in this list, is there? The Mouth of Sauron can't cast it.
No.
So yeah, I think it's great because of his numbers, but there's a couple of armies that have all terror causing models, which this might not like so much. Actually, I think there's 3 lists that have all terror causing armies that this might struggle against.
Yeah. True. It used to be you just seen the Witch King all the time, like, so I still love seeing him, but like I am glad he's not.
He started popping up quite a lot at the minute, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's always Witch King. I would say he used to be on the Fell Beast and like every other list when we used to do these.
You can get Fury in this list, but you have to take Cardouche, and it's only for Mordor Orcs, so it's just kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because you want your Morannons as your front line, and because they're obviously the fight for terror causing model. And then if you're building all orc, you're just kind of mitigating what this list really wants to do. There's better ways to run an all orc army that's similar. So Cardouche is just kind of lost. Well, he's not bad because he's a cheap enough castle with flame burst. So when you have like the Witch King who can bully heroes down and get rid of their will, and then you can start flame bursting them with Cardouche, it's not the worst.
You can do the way.
Does he not have? What spells does he have?
He has Drain Courage, Curse, and Transfix. So really,
doesn't he have like a special rule about re-rolls? He can't re-roll something.
Yeah, re-roll ones when you're within 6 of him. You can't re-roll ones.
Yeah, It's not a bad option, I suppose. The mouth.
Too busy looking
No,
at
and
his teeth.
he's fight 5 as well, and he's 2 attacks. So when he's done casting, he can go in and he will just start to kill.
Unless what
kill
courage is he though?
people.
Unless that's his backup plan for when the orcs sick him in the back, and then
He's 5
he'll
plus.
be the. It's not great though, is it? Really, I suppose.
No,
Yeah, he's the
So,
mighty
like Witch
Sauron,
King,
not the
Witch
slimy
King.
Sauron.
What's the Witch King? He must be about 4 or something, is he?
I think he's 8 or 2 plus, or 3 maybe.
You can't have it.
4. No, he is 4. I thought he was better than
I
that.
was gonna say.
I suppose when in this one he's got something like 18 will or something. I think Witch King C does or something.
I think it'll do well. He's taking Gorbag for the might battery, I would assume. I do like the little there's a trick you can do with Cardish and the Witch King where you can compel a banner and then flame burst it, and you can kind of surprise people. That's a fun trick, but I think he's probably took the right option here, where he's taking 3 might over like the extra caster.
Yeah.
Similar used to do that with Halls. You just sentineled out the banner and shot it with Legolas. I was gone. Worked very
See
well.
ya.
Yeah, love a wee sentinel. Yeah, especially. I mean, you could also avoid the terror causing lists. Like it's a possibility, but Glyn Fords of Eisen. Let's have a look. So 600 points, 37 models, also on the big side. 10 bows, 13 thrown weapons, breaks at 19, quarters at 9, and 7 might points. Theodred's in as the leader with the shield and Brego. 6 Rohan Royal Guard. He loves his Rohan, doesn't he, Outgrin? 1 warrior of Rohan with a banner. 2 warrior of Rohan with bow. 6 Royal Guard with throwing spears. Grimbold of Grimslade. 5 warriors of Rohan, Helm Ingus and shield. 6 warriors of Rohan, shield and throwing spears, Helm Ingus. Elfhelm's in there as well with a horse, and 8 warriors of Rohan with bow. Loves his horsies.
Yeah, it's just surprising because this is nearly all infantry.
Yeah, true.
He's only got what, Theodred and Elfhelm, isn't it? He hasn't got a single rider.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Rohan. I think he owns everything for Rohan, so he's slowly trying every flavor of Rohan this year.
That's cool.
So
He said he's determined to play Rohan till he gets a podium as well. So
that's cool because they're not the easiest army to win with this edition.
Definitely not.
When I first started the game, I always told myself I wanted to play Rohan and only Rohan because I loved them so much. And then they were just such a bastard to paint because of all the fucking horses and stuff, so I just didn't do that.
He'll be happy the new riders are coming out as well, then, won't he?
Yeah, they'll probably be in like 60 different pieces to build one.
Probably.
They'll be nice. You know, that's what you pay for a nicer model these days. He could do well. We know Glenn's a competent player. Decent list. It's got a lot of models.
Well, aren't they the ones where if you break them, they then become dominant too everywhere? So, like, if it's getting near the end game, then you accidentally break them, they can then, like, steal objectives quite good.
Yeah, you just need to run away
then. And then if I think there's a rule where if you can keep Theodred pretty safe if we have Elfhelm near him, because you just charge Elfhelm or Theodred and another model into a big hero, and then they have to at least put one of the strikes into the warrior, because if he's within 6 Elfhelm, you have to strike another model that instead of Theodred if you can. This list, it's sort of gotten nerfed by obviously the new edition where you can only take a certain number of thrown spears, because that's really how this list played last edition. It just sort of skirmished and it had like 20-30 thrown weapons, so you just deleted guys off the table with all your thrown weapons.
Yeah, I can understand that. And the likes of Corsairs and stuff that were just fucking constantly pinging stuff at you was an absolute nightmare.
I don't know. I assume he just doesn't have the models, but I don't know why he didn't take an Outrider over Rohan Warrior with bow. It's like 1 more point, but they get to just sit back on objectives.
They're the ones that can't be broken or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah, so they get to benefit from a stand fast anywhere on the board. So they can just sit back on an objective, and if a hero passes a stand fast, they're fine.
Well, they get it anyway, don't they? They've got Swarm Protector, so as long as they automatically pass courage tests,
As long as Theodred's alive.
as long as
I assume.
Feardred's alive, as
Yeah.
long as Feardred's alive, so it does. Maybe that's his thinking.
Maybe good hero placement as well. I'll come down to.
I know, but like Theodred is good, but he's still quite squishy.
He's a glass cannon.
So yeah, he has to charge. But obviously if he charges, he gets to reroll fail wounds. But having to charge, you can sort of pull him out. If obviously Glyn mightn't, but if you misplace a model and suddenly somebody's able to pull out Theodred and just really disrupt your lines, and he can leave him in a bad position, especially someone like Nicky, where he could
just put an eagle behind.
Yeah, put an eagle, yeah. And then he has to pull back, and then suddenly there's 5 eagles just absolutely destroying a Rohan line where they have no hero that can sort of do anything to them.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's cool enough list. Glad that he's doing that Rohan thing. I like the idea of trying just a lot of different Rohan flavors. Mike Wilson.
The only thing is, he won't be the only person to podium with it. Joseph's already podiumed with that list.
Who you podiumed with it?
Joseph podiumed with Forza Horizon,
shit,
so he's
right
actually he's beating him to it.
Right now. I knew this was going to be something like this. I love Mike's list. 600 points, 8 models, breaks at 5, quarters at 2, 2 Mike, Moria Goblin Captain as a leader, and 7 Dwellers in the Dark. Like, unbelievable. I love his Dwellers as well. They're so cool. Mike always brings the best list. Like, flat out, every time. It's cool. What do we think of it?
Yeah, it has to be one of the few people in the world that owns more than like 5 dwellers.
Yeah.
Owns more than 5, probably owns more than like 2.
I have 2, but yeah, I thought even that was quite a lot. I don't think it's a good list. Not really, because they're quite squishy. They've no might.
Mini Gullivers, aren't they? Fucking
they have wings and can't fly. Which if they had fly, they'd be really good. Or if they had like monstrous charge or something. They're just squishy trolls, really. That have, I guess they're good against infantry armies, because if you don't flash kill them in one go, they're going to start killing you and getting their wounds back, which is good.
Yeah.
But they're D5 or D6?
D5.
D5. So yeah, they're easy to kill. Do they have stock on scene or anything, or they can just be shot?
So I think
so not gonna like a shooting army.
No, all they have is just re-getting their wounds back. But if they have to cross a board, and they move 8, so they're moving 3 inches quicker than their captain. So, and if they do that, moving across the board over certain turns, they're gonna have no might. They're just gonna get absolutely.
Pretty sure there's a Rangers list here as well, so they're not gonna.
Mike's praying for a 24-inch deployment, isn't
he?
I don't think Mike's built the list to try and podium. To be fair,
no, I don't think that's Mike's MO.
He comes the events, he wins all the prizes, he goes home happy.
Yeah, he has like 200 euro water prize, and he's like, "Who's the real winner here, guys?"
Every time.
I will. I actually changed some of the prizes that I bought just in case Mike wins them, because I know he's already won so many.
You have to take that into consideration. Yeah.
I was trying to look for something different we haven't had before.
Yeah. He always does so well.
He's got like 400 sets of paintbrushes just because he keeps winning some best painted and best army things.
Yeah,
I think that's what somebody said recently. They said they hate when like if you win best painted, like getting a starter set is just pointless because they're a good painter anyway. Why do they need a starter set?
No.
So I took that. I was like, I've actually bought different prizes because I thought, oh, that's a good point actually.
Yeah. I always just try to get random stuff. Like I never usually make like for like second place. I don't mind giving like the old brushes and stuff, but I just like to give like random.
Stevie had some great prizes.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah,
he had some really cool coins. At the final, he gave away this like huge Funko Pop set as well.
Yeah,
and it was just so cool.
What was in it?
I think it was just a load of Lord of the Rings characters, maybe, but it was
pretty cool. I like the ducks.
I won the Gwahill Gandalf Funko Pop at the raffle. Was that no? It was Stevie's event, wasn't it? But I don't know if that was his prize.
No, I gave that.
It was cool.
Yeah, I
Those
did.
little
I
things
did
are
think
cool.
that was cool.
You get that much Lord of the Rings themed stuff on like Amazon and online and stuff. It's great. Weta, I used to get things off as well. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Team.
So Gareth's list, I think this is. So Return of the King, 600 points, 22 models, breaks at 12, quarters at 5, 4 might. Aragorn's in as the leader. He's got Andril, Flame of the West, and an Elven Cloak. He's got 9 Warriors of the Dead with Shield and Spear, 8 with Shield, and 1 with a Banner. Then the King of the Dead's in with another 2 Warriors with Shield and Spear. There's not really much to be said for the Return of the King list. We all know what it does. Still get annoyed that they can't move through terrain. Fucking ghosts, man. You can walk over water, but you can't walk through a wall. Like, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always loved Peter Fenton's one just because it reminded me of Scooby Doo. I think he hates me saying that. It just did look like Scooby Doo.
I've got a burning hatred for the King of the Dead, me, after playing Conacher.
Did
You kill your.
No,
okay.
we were playing. It was a Maelstrom scenario, and he rolled badly with the king. So I trapped, like, sort of semi-trapped him. I thought, right, sweet, I've got him. Take him out of the game. Then it's blah blah blah. And I forgot that he could just walk up and down terrain, and he just disappeared. I could never catch him. I was like, fuck. I just had half my army the opposite side of the board, just being useless.
Think like a ghost to kill a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he just deletes stuff at the right time if you get him in at the right time as well. So, like,
Well, I mean, that's probably a good list against the Eagles now, because obviously, as long as he doesn't go against Guar here, he's killing an eagle with 1 wound, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's not. The 2 turns where he's not getting into an eagle because the eagles will engage on their turn, then they'll call a cry, and then after that they'll be hurling at him every single turn. So he'll be having.
In theory,
Yeah.
he'd be good at it.
yeah.
Whether it works
think-
out or not, I don't know.
Yeah, like in theory, yes, but I think there's ways to play around him. Argon's more the one I'm worried about if I have to face this list, because he can easily hurl combat off 1 eagle and delete another one.
Yeah.
If you parting them as well and they both get into the same thing, it's just helpful to like poke them to death if Aragorn does all the other work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gareth doesn't normally bring Return of the King, so I was quite surprised to see.
I was messaging Gareth and I was talking to ask him what he was doing. He was like, "Oh, I was going to bring this, but I didn't have enough models." So I was like, "Oh, why don't you just borrow them?" He was like, "Oh wait, I printed these, so I could just print more." And I was like, "For fuck's sake, Gareth!"
You have a printer. Nothing is beyond.
Gareth was one of 3 people who changed their list on deadline day. He was actually Lurtz's scouts and then changed for this.
Yeah, because I was messaging him asking him what he was going to take. That's why.
He's played a lot of Lotus Scouts, so he's probably looking something different.
Yeah, true. Probably.
I did hate the side of this when I first see it, but now I'm looking at it, it's not actually that bad.
Who's this? Oh, Tim's.
Yeah, so Felbings of Mirkwood, 597 points, 39 models, 2 bows, 2 throwing weapons, breaks at 20, quarters at 9, and 8 might points. Razgush is in there, a Bat Swarm, an Orc Warrior with Banner, 5 Orc Warriors with Shield, 5 with Spear, a Tracker, a Warg Rider with Shield and Throwing Spears, and another Orc Warrior with 2-handed weapon. The Spider Queen, Boo, 1 Bat Swarm, 4 Orc Warriors with Shield, 4 with Spear, 1 Orc Warrior with 2-handed weapon, 1 Orc Tracker, and 1 Warg Rider with Shield and Throwing Spears, and then an Orc Captain, 4 Orcs with Shield, 4 with Spear, 1 with a 2-handed weapon. Only the 1 Spider. I can forgive it.
Until he does his little spider pop.
Until he does spider
has
pop.
more.
It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I don't mind the Spider Queen model, because it doesn't actually look as spidery as the worst. Just those things that Nicky printed. I swear I was having nightmares about those for ages. Just looking at spiders.
They look real. They look way more realistic than it.
Horrific.
I actually, when we were going to the TNC, when we were going through the security, and they had to open my bag, and I had 3 spiders just sitting in my case. The fucking woman who was looking through it dropped my minis because they scared her. And all my minis just got smashed after coming out of it. The spiders absolutely just got wrecked off the bases.
I had to put it straight in.
Once you got arrested for chinning a lady at security.
You're not allowed to bring these on the flag. Straight in the bin. No. It's a solid list. The Bat Swarms are an annoyance. He's got a good amount of numbers.
There's all the army bonuses are against elves, and there's what 3, 4 elf strong lists.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
actually, is
all the like obviously if you kill an elf, you're going to do quite well to wound it. But when you're a bunch of Mordor orcs, when your whole
No,
thing
that's
is
true.
being good into elves, and you just sort of get obliterated by elf shooting and then obliterated by an elf battle line, you're kind of like, well, I tried, I guess.
Yeah.
What's it, hatred though? Is that hatred is +1 to wound, or is
Plus
hatred
one to wound,
reroll?
yeah.
Yeah, so
Swore or
and
what is
even
it? The other one is like
Razgoosh goes up +1, so
increment.
he'll be fight 7 against like Gil-galad. Then he could strike. He could easily get above Gil-galad, especially with batting, obviously.
Mm.
He could delete the elf list pretty easily.
Yeah. Spider Queen is fight 6 though, and so squishy.
Yeah.
And
True.
Spider Queen have stock unseen.
No.
No, so depending on the board, because it's only 3 wounds D4. If you just put all your shots into it, it could just end up being where the Spider Queen player just doesn't then want to move into
Yeah.
combat, because then if an elf, like especially my elf list, if I have Legolas and I can just start pinging at it in combat when it's already taken a good few turns or good lot of shooting walking across the board.
I played Tim with this list before, and I had Leggy, and it pretty much mitigated the Spider Queen just existing for the most part.
Yeah.
She just hit, like as you would eventually get in like quite late.
I played Tim against this list. I rocked Birder, and I didn't quite understand Bat Swarms, and he flattened Birder in one turn.
They're bastards if you don't know.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, they are fuckers. It's an annoyance to kill as well. Yeah,
List.
solid, and Tim's a lovely person to play against. So even if you don't like looking at spiders, you can forgive it. Reclamation of Moria, Mr. Joseph. Let's get it up on the screen. We have 595 points with 32 models, 2 bows, 4 thrown weapons, breaks at 17, quarters at 8, and has 6 might points. He's got Balin, the Dwarf King of Moria, 6 Khazad Guard, 6 Dwarf Warriors with Shield, 2 Dwarf Warriors with bows. King's Champion Grip with 5 Warriors with Shield and 2 Iron Guard, and then a Dwarf Shield Bearer with 4 Warriors with Shield and another 2 Iron Guard. How do we feel about Joseph's Dwarves?
Solid. It's not going anywhere fast.
You
From
don't
like
doors.
looking in, and obviously I know how Joseph has built this because he's been telling us all about it and what his thinking was. if you have to no, just like if you have to look at it objectively, like say I had no idea this was a random person I'd never met, you'd look at it and you go, it's probably not the best way to build it, but I think he just wants to try get use out of the shield bearer. And obviously Dwarf Rangers are probably the best fucking troop you could take in a Moria themed army, and he's not taking any. He's only taken 2 Dwarf Warriors. With Bo, he's not even taking the Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to go
He likes
for
side events.
the meta build, you wouldn't take Reclamation.
No, you just take Khazad.
Take Khazad, but it's, I think, the first time anyone's played it this year. It'll be the first time I've ever seen a shield bearer on the table, which is cool.
Yeah.
So it's a fun list.
It's a good reason to bring it out.
I guess you get an extra 2 VPs as well if you've got more objectives. So it could be a sneaky little list. I think it got a podium at the GBHL over the weekend as well. I was having a little nosy through the results, so there's definitely something there.
Was it a GBHL 90?
I believe so. I think it was a 90. Yeah, might have been, or I might be wrong. It might have been a whatever 80.
Where was that, in England?
Yeah, they do that Meta Monday thing, like someone on YouTube, and they like go through all the results from the weekend. So just I'm on Meta Watch trying to see what lists are good.
Callum's trying to pick what he wants to buy next.
He's getting to
see what he can sneak past Jenny into the house.
Yeah, well, I mean, solid enough. Was it Joseph that was at it, or was it someone else won it with Reclamation?
No, I think
was gonna say,
they
like,
didn't
2
take
in a
Shield
row.
Bearer, so it can't have been Joseph.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if he's at two events in like the space of a week, he's done fucking well there. Peter McFatcher with the Zigwig Scouts, another list I'm very familiar with and have a lot of love for. 599 points, 49 models. I'm going to assume this is probably going to be our biggest one. 13 bows, 1 thrown weapon. Breaks at 25, quarters at 12, and 9 might. You obviously have Augurs there with a banner. 7 scouts with bow, 7 with shield. Maher, outspeedy Maher is. 6 with a bow, and 4 with shield, and then an Isengard Orc Captain, 10 Orcs with spear, and another Isengard Orc Captain, 10 Orcs with spear. We all know what Ogre's scouts do. They move fast.
Solid list. The Noob Crusher is back.
It's a really good list. Always is really good.
I don't know why he didn't just take Grishnak though.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's lower defense now though, Grishnak, isn't he?
Yeah, but he. No, I don't think so. I think he's
He's not. He's
D5.
5 and he's 6.
He's another striker though,
Not
isn't he? Like,
6.
so
Yeah, but
That's
like
true,
he's only fight 4, and with the change in
Yeah,
strike, the best thing is when you run into a big model with an army like this where you're just a load of models, but you have the animosity and you can get +1 to wound. He can get +2 to wound.
yeah.
So if you can run into say an eagle or even like a big hero and they whiff a roll and he's +2 to wound on 4 dice, probably needing 3s or 4s. It just really helps chip and wounds off big models with this list. It doesn't struggle because obviously Ugluk can do his thing where he gives everyone +1 to wound. So maybe actually, I don't know if he's +3 to wound. I don't know if
That's a good point, actually.
It's only Urks get the +1 to wound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like backstabbers or something gives Grishnak that, isn't it? Or whatever the rule is.
Yeah, he is backstabbers and then.
So like I'm blind reacting to these lists, so I haven't seen what everyone's taken, but I think this is one of the strongest lists we've seen so far. The model count, and the speed, and all the pluses you get from Ugluk killing an orc. You know, I don't really want to face my eagles into this. I think this will smash my eagles.
I mean, it's like, what, 24, 25 Uruk-hai before you even include the orcs, so it's solid.
Like 600 to 700 is sort of the best points for Ugluk Scouts as well, because it gets so many models, and it's a horde army, but it's like more of an elite horde army, because obviously Uruks, they're fight 4, strength 4, they're only D4, D5, but if they win a combat, they're just as likely to kill as be killed in most instances.
The strengths and the troops as well, so you've just got like it's always a really solid list.
It's also backed up by spears, which is where Lurtz's sorts of falls down 100%. Just because
Yeah. Then you've got the animosity option when you can get them in, otherwise they're at least providing you an extra dice. So it's solid. It's very solid. Peter can do very well with that.
It's just got so much might it can spend on marches, and speed is like really important in a lot of scenarios. Like obviously with a veto system, you can mitigate it, but also it gives Peter a chance to get the scenarios where speed just absolutely matters. And if he faces an army that's not built for it, like if he faces a dwarf army and he's just on the objectives, it's going to be hard for any army to shift 49 models off in an hour 45.
How many points is Grishnak?
60.
Okay, I mean you could have
I think if you lose 2 models.
No, 3.
He's 55 actually, so it is. It's 2 models basically. You lose an Uruk.
I suppose you could have done this. You could have dropped Mauher for normal captain and then took
Mauher's great. Mauher's great.
I thought he just seems to whiff every time.
He always whiffs for me. He's absolutely shite for me. But like, 3 attack captains.
I used to play Scouts quite a lot last edition, and I think Mauher killed Azog like 3 times in last edition. He just seems to fucking just rip through things for me.
Mine doesn't. Kills a lot of troops. That's good.
Yeah, that's the main thing you want with him.
Yeah, so very solid. Down to Ollie and his army of Erebor. Always a fan of Ollie and always a fan of Erebor. Let's have a look. 600 points, 29 models, 2 throwing weapons, bricks 15, quarters at 7, and 8 might points. Boffer the Dwarf, he comes with 8 Iron Hills Warriors with Shield and Spear. Gimli is in there with 8 Iron Hills Warriors with Shield and Spear and 1 automatic. And then Glowing. Always good to see how Gimmers and Glowing rocking the field together. 8 Iron Hills Warriors with Shield and Spear and 1 with a banner and a shield. I think that's alright. It's not bad at all.
This list class, because of the bonuses, so all of your heroes get a free hero combat. And then if Gimli and Glowing are within 3 inches of each other, they reroll all field wounds. And you get your +1 from your spear sports. So you can just keep Gimli and Gloin together as a little death ball, and then you've got like an immovable line of shields with extra spiky back rows. It's really strong, and this is what Ollie took to TNC and did very well with it. It's a very good list.
There's a great added bonus that Callum gets to be the first person to TO Bofer in the IHL, where it actually might matter. I hope it does. There's so many questions.
I have your FAQ printed. I think he's the most complicated model in the game.
He is one of them, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not on a troll though, is he? That's only when he's on a troll.
No, it's his special rule of turning off special rules is really complicated.
Oh, the steadfast thing that he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 2 pages of FAQ on them. So you'll have fun.
Sounds like a good idea concept, and then you're like, bollocks.
I'm not sure Ollie will like be the one to game his special rules anyway.
I was about to say,
but
anyone else other than Ollie,
Ollie will probably just forget all purposely say I'm not rolling it.
Ollie will not give a shit.
I think this is a bit of a sleeper list. I think Ollie's going to do well with this.
Yeah, I've had massive love for the Iron Hills as well. Always have.
It's a very good list.
Considering he's not taken any chariots, so like already it's pretty decent.
And if he has experience with it as well, like, don't knock him for sure. Down to the last one, I think it is, which is bunting, and into the Rangers of Mirkwood, 25 points. Sorry, 25 models, 588 points, 25 bows. 8 might points, Bricks 13, quarters at 6, Leggy with the cloak, 8 Rangers, Toriel with a bow, 7 Rangers, and a Mirkwood Ranger captain with 7 Rangers. It's just fucking Star Wars on a Lord of the Rings board, like, in it. It's pretty much it's playing Warhammer 40k.
List.
They're good fun.
But you just don't want to get into a shooting match with this army. Like, it just doesn't go well.
You don't. Even
I think
they can the odd time handle themselves in combat if you roll well. But if you don't shoot well when everything's coming across the board and you're just killing all your PDAs down, but
like if most people who brought shooting to this, they're shooting ranges from D4 up to like max D5. I think if you don't move with this army, you have a 33% chance with one guy of killing a model, and he's got 25 bows, but Tauriel shoots twice, Leggy shoots 3 times. So it's an extra 3, so it's 28 shots.
Yeah.
So you're averaging
as well.
Yeah, you're averaging like 9 kills.
And doesn't Leggy then? Leggy gets knife fighter in combat as well, doesn't he? So
he gets pretty good in that way.
It's a bit of a beast list. It is a glass cannon of a list, isn't it?
It's
always
been
you're either going to do well or not. Yeah.
It's kind of one that people hate coming up against, but like you'll do really well against certain ones in certain scenarios, but you'll do really badly in others. But it was a bit of a meta list at one stage way back in the day. But
I think if this is the only it gets hatred spider, doesn't it? So if Tim and Bunting play each other, that'd be the most themey matchup possible for the weekend.
Yeah, but I don't think Tim's going to want to face this one now.
No, I know, but I'll make sure they're on the Mirkwood board and make sure it's themey.
It might have been the time I brought Rangers quite recently. Though actually, that might have been I was using when I played against Tim. Actually,
you did. You played. That was Nicky's one day, wasn't it?
It might have been.
And you deleted your man's 3 trolls in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I fucking would do in fairness.
Yeah, that's right.
Imagine this in like nighttime.
Yeah, it was in that game. It was night shit.
But
against the
trolls can see in the dark, can't they? So it didn't really matter.
Oh, right
now. I've only ever had to play into this list once, and Connor will remember this game because it was miserable for both of us. It was Dunland versus Rangers Storm the Camp, and like I was broken before I was anywhere near combat, and like it took the joy out of Connor rolling dice as well because I was having such a miserable time. It was. I think it's an army I'm interested in playing because I love the models. I think they look awesome. It just does have the chance of being quite a negative play experience for your opponent.
Definitely.
It's not a very
Callum's
engaging army.
Callum's got PTSD here, and Nicky saying he wants to
I
try
know,
this out
yeah.
after his fucking Hobbit game where he shot him off the board.
The fact that you're talking about negative play experience is like, 80 hobbits, Nicky,
The thing
80
is,
hobbits.
you can't even really like
That's a
fucking,
fun
like,
army.
it's sitting in like full
Everyone
shot, so-
knows the hobbits are fun.
Yeah.
not when you're facing down 30 bowls when you have to walk
Yeah,
across the board.
And then 30 more stones.
I wonder does he have the meta Legolas where it's him up on a log because he has way better line of sight and he can shoot over so
Never
many
agreed with that. It's
ways.
such bullshit.
No,
Just make your own Legolas and put him on top of a fucking column. Like it's
no,
just
no,
absolutely
no, but like
ridiculous.
There is an
there's
official,
the one with the
the
Tariel
Mirkwood Hunters one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where he's just
Uh,
up on a log and he can shoot
Oh,
over his own guys.
No,
If Bunting did
it's it's the Warhammer World exclusive one that he's on the log, isn't it?
I'm not sure which one it is. It might be where he's just up
Because-
the Prince of Mirkwood. I think I've
yeah,
seen
because
that.
there's the other one where it's him holding Orcris, but then there's the one with him where he's like has his daggers out or something and he's up on the fucking
Yeah,
big
they're like
log.
behind him. He's like jumping,
Yeah.
isn't he? Like, yeah.
I mean, just
I
use,
think
like,
is it the Warhammer World exclusive Defenders of Laketown? Because Callum bought me
Was
at
that
home
the
from
one I got
Warhammer
you?
World. Yeah, I think that's the one.
you could just do
Yeah, I
like,
got you
With
that one, I think.
like last, it's like on.
Just
Yes, it is. It's the Defenders of Laketown Warhammer World exclusive. Legolas is on like a branch and he's kind of like flying, and then Tariel's in a kill pose.
yeah, Nicky just had
I
to
know
look through his
Gareth's
17
selling
Legolas
a
there.
load of models.
Sorry?
Gareth's selling a Legolas and a Toriel and a box of Rangers. So if Bunting
There
does
you
well, I might be buying them.
I mean, people already stick
Gareth.
captains on a big rock, so just fucking get
Is
the
this-
normal one, stick them on a big
Oh,
fucking
he's-
rock. You're flying.
588 points though. I just realized that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you can get away without taking the captain and take way more guys and you get another guy in.
I actually like this
I
list
actually-
when you take Gloin, and you have a big combat hero in there.
I did that.
I-
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, I guess it takes away like half your shooting. I mean, that's what he's built into. But I kind of like when it's
I
Gloin.
did speak to him, and he did sort of say he took the captain and less models to be less oppressive. So at least he's thought about it.
It's a nice.
Oh yes, yeah. It's only 28 shots now instead of.
Yeah.
instead
Just
of 30,
30,
I've
yeah.
just gone for 28.
Yeah. Well, fucking decent enough. Yeah, like they can either do really well or absolutely dire. So we'll see. I like quite often I can see them going like 3 for 3 nowadays. No Marty used to bring them along.
You can tell just by looking at these lists, it's the first time an IHL one dayer has been made worth it for the league points just by what some people have brought.
I know.
Nicky.
So that's all of our lists. We can go into. Do you want to do parents?
Yes. So we're going to do it now, and then we'll not finalise it because we have to see what everyone gets on the scenario on the day.
Okay. So we'll randomise them. See what it comes up with. So Callum's into 40k. Glenn into the Rohan Mirkwood battle. We've got the Dwellers up against the Dead. We've got Eagles against Dwarves.
Oh, dwarves.
We've got what's Joseph's list again? Oh,
Reclamation.
Reclamation against the
Moria,
Breakout
yeah.
Fellowship. We've got it's in my head. Last Alliance.
Last Alliance.
Versus the Great Eye, and Feldings and Mirkwood up against the Big Scouts. Pretty good content.
Nice.
They're pretty decent.
Yeah. There's a couple where it's a bit of a one-way street, and then there's somewhere it's like, oh, I really don't know how that's gonna play out.
Yeah. Well, I think it's I think it'll either be Nicky. Nicky will either do well with the Eagles, or Peter definitely. I'm going to try to win this one. As to who would
he's
grab third, honestly, I don't know. It's a tough one. You could, Alex. Ben could. And Glenn could. But I think it's been Nicky and Peter for top spot, personally. And then you never know, Ollie would be my little dark horse pick.
I think Ollie for dark horse might be a little bit skewed now that he's got to play into Eagles game 1, where it's just trying to figure out the veto system. Well, Ollie's actually played the veto system already because he was at the event that Callum has nicked this from.
I stole it from the GT over in England. He was actually at it, so he probably has a heads up on us. Some big brain plays coming out from Ollie.
I'm not sure the Eagles have the luck left in them to win another one. I'd like to see them podium, maybe third. I think Peter's list is really, really good at 600 points, just having 59 scouts that can move fast. You can never count out Michael Bunting. It's got a very skewed list there. And then Alex has brought arguably one of the strongest elf, probably the strongest elf list in the game. So I'll say Alex and Bunting for first and second, and I'd like to say myself. Actually, hang on, Peter McFetrich, Alex, and Michael Bunting would be my top 3. I'd like to podium myself, but as I said, I don't know if the Eagles have the luck in them this time. Hopefully so, but that'd be my top picks.
Fair.
I'd like to see Ben win, just because he keeps trying Witch King and it just hasn't worked out for him. So he just hopefully he'll win an event with him and then put him back in his box and take something meta and win a few more events and bring the.
What did he win his 100 with?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, it was Witch King. Then
it was Luke Revel's weird one where he could take the Alliance.
It was Sauron, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was Necromancer and AOL mix.
Yeah. Who do you think's going to podium, Alex?
I think Nicky's got a really good chance because Eagles 600 points, and especially in a veto system, if Nicky can get rid of the bad scenarios for Eagles, it's going to be a bad time for most players. Obviously Peter as well, just because Scouts 49 models, 600 points, and then it's just going to rip through so many armies. There's a lot of armies here where they're quite squishy. And third, yeah, probably. I'd say third might be decided in the first game. Either see how Callum and Michael's game goes, or me and Glyn, and then if whoever wins there is going to set themselves up nicely. Because that's 2 big games where whoever wins and goes on has knocked someone down.
Yeah.
And obviously with only 4 games and the scoring system, it's easier to submarine than if it was just wins weighted, but it's still like when you're only 4 games and you're already down in points, and some people are potentially, well, is it 5 points for a major win?
No, it's 4. You
So
can get
4,
5 by getting a bonus.
So if they get their bonus and you don't, and you could be potentially 5 points behind, it'll be really hard to sort of claw back. And then for Dark Horse, I'm going to say Murphy, just because his list has the chance just absolutely swing through any list here. The only one I'd say he wouldn't probably want to face is the Scouts, just because there's so many numbers. And I know he can't be broken until Frodo dies, but having the Hobbits, having 4 Hobbits just makes it really hard to win objective games against 49 models. I know he has 4 heroes that could rip through them, but in an hour 45, they're probably not going to do enough to rip through it and take them off objectives, depending on scenarios.
Yeah. I think, Alex, I've backed you for the last couple, and you keep doing shit. So I'm actually going to not back you. So I do think like people who win have a bit of momentum. So I actually think Nicky's going to do well after winning last weekend. I think he's got that, and I do think Peter's going to do. I think he's got the strongest list. And then probably Bunting's list, as in not many people have an answer to 25 Elven Cloaks, like, do they? He could literally just shoot you off the board and then come up and steal an objective at the end.
Scenario based.
But Dark Horse, I was actually going to say Ollie, but I think that's no. I think Magic's coming up with a strong list, and he keeps saying he wants to come take the North by storm. So I'm going to back him to try and do it. And if he doesn't, then shame on him.
Fair. Right, beautiful. Well, that's them all. Good luck to all of those attending and to yourself, lads, as well. And shame I'm missing it, as per fuck's sake. But we'll wrap up. Thanks very much for joining. Everybody has a good time, and yeah, we'll see who becomes the best of the best. Thanks very much, lads, for joining.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Cheers,
Thanks,
Connor.
Connor.
Appreciate it.